friend, in today's video I'm going to be designing a digital recipe book for my family. And here's a little bit of context. I was born in Colombia in the middle of a huge family, something very similar to the movie ENCANTO. My grandpa and my grandma had a lot of children, and those children had children on their own. So when we were little, we used to gather around food to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, and all kinds of things. And food always has been a very important part of our family. 4 years ago, my grandma passed away, and with her, many of the recipes of my family went away with her, but many others were passed on to my aunts and uncles. So my end goal with this recipe book is to gather all of those recipes in a single file that the generations to come can continue with the tradition. This video is probably going to be a two-part video. In this part, I'm going to be designing and illustrating the whole recipe book, and in the next video, I'm going to be adding the hyperlinks on Keynote. This time, we're going to be starting this video by writing down the whole ideation process of the digital recipe book. For that, I'm going to be using a resource that I have for my email subscribers. As always, all of the tools and resources I use for designing this digital recipe book are going to be listed in the description down below. You can download this file and add it to your note-taking app to fill it up. Here I'm using GoodNotes. This freebie is one of the most important resources I have for creating digital products. I made it to ask all the right questions to clarify what kind of product you are going to make, all the layouts you will be designing, what kind of buttons would it have to ensure usability for you or your clients, your color palette, and the size your file is going to have. Something I do when I'm designing a new digital product is that I import all the layouts to this outline that I'm working on to see how they are going to look in the note-taking app. This file will also have a space for you to sketch your design and add page numbers for your hyperlinks. Now let's open Procreate and create a file at 150 dpi. I want to make sure that this file is not heavy at all to prevent lagging, due to this recipe book is going to have a lot of pages. Now I'm going to activate Page Assist to make exporting easier for me. I'm going to start by illustrating the covers. I already did the sketches, and for painting I'm going to be using the wet brushes. I also used these brushes to create the watercolor dolls in my making stickers video. These brushes are great because you can create realistic looking watercolor or gouache paintings without the mess. And the cool thing is that they work exactly the same. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notification on the second part of this video. Let's move on to the index page. That is my dashboard page where I can reach all the main layouts of my recipe book. To start, I'm going to be painting the background with a color because I will be adding some illustrated buttons with the recipe sections like entries, make courses, and they are going to be white. I'm using the shape brushes for this task. I will be adding some round edge squares that are going to be the buttons. Then I will be duplicating this square 8 times, so I end up with 9 squares, and I'm going to place them in 3 by 3. Now I will be adding the tabs. They are also going to be 9, but these tabs are going to have each color of the color palette, and the color is also going to be in the section covers I'm going to be doing in a minute. For this, I'm using the tab brushes. These brushes are great because they come with a twin shadow brush. You just have to make sure to use them both in the same size. And then I'm going to be adding the labels. Next, I will be painting the illustrations for each section with the wet brushes to match the style of the recipe book. Each illustration represents the section you are going to reach. You can do this with the buttons or with the tabs on the side. Now I'm going to be designing the section covers. These are very easy to make because they are just shapes organized. First, I'm going to add the background color that is the same color as the tabs that I have already copied and pasted. Then I'm adding the title, in this case, entries. Then, using the shape brushes of the Sticker Made Easy pack, I'm adding some blank
rectangles that they are going to be places to add the name of the recipes. I'm going to be adding 50 recipes per section. I know that's a lot, but remember, I have a lot of family. I want to make sure they have enough room to add a lot of recipes. If you are following along, add as many as you want. Finally, I'm making the recipe layout. Remember to have your sketches at hand. I already pasted the tabs on the side, then I'm adding a rectangle in a different color to separate a section for the side notes and important details, like how many serves, time of preparation, temperature, and things like that. Then I'm adding some separation lines using the fine tip brush in the inking section. Then I add a round edge rectangle that is only the lines and no filling for them to add a picture of the recipe. Then the text has the same font for design coherence. I don't know, I might be changing the rectangle color because I'm not too happy with it. And this is the final look.
So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me design this digital recipe book. As always, remember that all of the aspects and the resources I use for designing this product are listed in the description down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for the notification on the second part of this video, where I'm going to be adding the hyperlinks for the digital recipe book. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!